Hey, what's up everybody? We're back with another Overwatch League roster quiz video thing. You guys really seem to love the inaugural season one that I did. In fact, I actually got a lot of requests to do another one. In particular, a lot of you wanted season 2, so that's what we're going to do today. This is like the finalized roster for every team, I believe. This was updated around July 2019, I think, or something like that. And we're going to be trying to name 200 players in 20 minutes or less. And it's worth noting also that there are some specific rules with this one. There's actually a description that kind of states what's going on. And it says that you don't have any sort of terminated contracts on here. Those players don't count. Two-way players do count. Traded players count. And then the challenging thing is going to be that accents are omitted, but numbers and player handles are included. So that could screw me up with the spelling potential. I guess we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, that's basically all there is to say. So we're going to dive right into it. It's basically going to be like the same thing as last time, except more players. So let's see how we do. We're going to start the timer right now. So again, my approach is kind of going to be the same. We're going to try and go position by position. When I think Atlanta Rain tanks, immediately I think of Pokpo. He was like the consistent main tank for them. Dako, I believe, was still there, although, you know, he had some problems internally with the team. Not the best teammate. Can't forget about Fried Wiener either, who came in to replace Dako. And then also some people might forget that Gator was on the team as a two-way player. He came in big for them during the playoffs on Sigma. He kind of Sigma diff Choyobin in that first round. Really an iconic moment for him, I'd say. Thinking about DPS, you can't forget about Erster. He was like the DPS who put this team on the map for sure. Baby Bay got traded there mid-season to make up for the loss of DeFran. That was a big one. Shock didn't need him, so Atlanta scooped him up, and he was actually very serviceable. Also considering DPS, you have Enlayer, if I can spell his name right. There we go, perfect. Didn't really play that much. Also, we had supports. Can't forget about Dogman and Masa. They were very important to the team. And there's someone else I'm forgetting. Can't really seem to recall him at the moment. I guess I'll go back after. Boston Uprising, kind of a forgettable team. Fusions was like the big leader. Really hyped during stage 1. Note wasn't there anymore. He got traded. They had RCK. You also have Axiom. Yep. A lot of people are disappointed that he didn't really live up to expectations. He didn't play as much as people wanted him to. DPS, you have Color Hex, Blase, Stellar. I remember Stellar was on the team at one point. And then at support, you have Persia, Alamau. Those are like the forgettable ones. And then the less forgettable ones, you have Aim God and Kelix. Boom, Boston Uprising's done. Let's talk about the Chengdu Chads, shall we? Tanky got Elsa, Among, the big forgettable one is Chichiran, who basically came there to play Winston but was useless anyway and wasn't there for half of the season. You also have Late Young, who didn't play that much either. At DPS, you have Jinmu, he was like the standout guy back then. People forget they actually signed Leave. He didn't get to play because he wasn't old enough, but they signed him. They secured him really early on. Also, you have Bacon Jack. And I don't know if I'm going to spell this right, but they had Yang Zhao Long as well. Nailed it. Perfect. Support, you have Yveltal, the Battle Mercy, the GOAT, Kyo. And then there's someone else that I'm missing from Chengdu. Guess I'll have to go back after. At Dallas Fuel, they picked up Note mid-season. They traded for him. They didn't have Gamsu quite yet. That was Season 3 I'm thinking of. They had OG. Trail was at tank as well. Who else? DPS, you have Zachary's, I think it's like 3 E's. Yep, got it. Zachary, AKM, Taimu, Closer, Unko. Who else was at Bane support? Harry Hook. Bam. And then there's someone else on Dallas that I'm somehow forgetting. I'm sure it'll come to me. Maybe not. Florida Mayhem. Can't forget about the Scrim God Zephyr and Swan. They traded for Fate mid-season. Saya player. Oh, there's like BQB, who Sombra did not live up to the hype. I was really disappointed by BQB in 2019. He made up for it the next year, but back then I was really disappointed. People told me he was going to be better than what we got. Let's see. Hago Pun, something like that. Yep, there we go. We got Hago. Rain was on the team, didn't really do much. They had Chris. They had Byram. Oh, shoot. Byram, there we go. They DPI, Gargoyle, and then one other guy. Man, I keep like forgetting one person on every team. That's really sad. Anyway, Guangzhou Charge, they got Fraggy and Bishu, never played. They kind of just there for like a veteran presence. They traded away Kib to the Philly Fusion. Eileen and Nero, the classic duo. Those guys were really hyped to watch back then. Happy as well, really awesome player. His Widow was fire back then, really was. It still is, but back then it was super special in my eyes. Rio, they didn't have Krong yet. They had Hoppa. Hoppa was actually pretty darn good back then. I'd say that was his best year in the Overwatch League, at least in my opinion. They had Shu, Only Wish, Rise, and Chara. Okay, we nailed the charge, despite them being kind of forgettable. Moving on to the Spark, Gushwei, he was like the MVP candidate that year. Really, really awesome Winston player. Just an absolute blast to watch. They had Nosmite as well, who used to play a little bit during Stage 1 when the Spark were trying to figure things out. You have Rhea, Sashin. I think that's the tanks, at least I believe. Support, you had Bebe. I forgot if Revenge was DPS or support, but they had Revenge, IDK. They also had Godsby. Oh, that was Gods. I guess I got a Toronto one already. Godsby, Adora. Oh, they did Otto as well. I guess he's filled out for Washington. Adora, Bazzi. And there's one other guy I'm forgetting on the Spark, I guess. Rip. Houston Outlaws, Jake, Dante. Not Hydration. He's on the Gladiator still. Linkser, that's who I'm thinking of. That's the DPS. The Houston Outlaws had Muma still. They had Cool Matt. Still had Spree as well. That tank line was a disaster in Season 2. Just did not go the way that people hoped it would. I thought they were going to be pretty decent at GOATs because, you know, Spree could play with me and Zarya. You could have Cool Matt and Devo, but it just didn't work out that way, sadly. Of course, you have Raucus, the thick guy. I think Boink was still there, as well as Bonnie. That looks pretty good. Am I missing a DPS with the Outlaws, or is it another support? I feel like it's a DPS that I'm missing. It's not Blase. It's not Hydration. It's someone else that I'm just completely forgetting. I don't know how, but I'm forgetting someone. Anyway, London, the championship hangover team, still made the playoffs, I guess, which isn't that bad, but definitely did not play the way that London fans expected. Gesture Fury, of course. DPS also had Guard. You have Bedoshin, Quartermain. Oh, shoot. How do you spell Quartermain's name? Quartermain? Huh. Welp. Oh, I already have Bedoshin. Nuss. That's sad that I can't remember how to spell Quartermain's name. That's a big oofy. I'm still missing one other guy, though. They had just Gesture Fury at tank, I believe, right? Oh, Krillin. I forgot they had Krillin. They never really played him. He was kind of just there to develop, I guess. Didn't really work out that way. But hey, he's back in the Overwatch League. You never know. Gladiators had Surefour, Decay, who just did not live up to the hype on the Glads. Wasn't bad, but, you know, probably not what some people expected for the amount of money the Glads paid for him and everything. Tank, you had Void. Void was still really good back then in my eyes. Very underappreciated. I remember when Reinforce said he wasn't that good, and then he was amazing on Shanghai. Good times, man. Good times. They also had Roar, who Glads fans probably would like to forget about. Hydration. Big Goose. Shaz. Oh, not Shax. Shaz. They also had Rippa. If I could spell. Oh, and then they had Panker. I was hoping Panker was going to turn out to be something, but he never got to play in the Overwatch League. Very sad. Valiant, I should be able to name all these, because, you know, that was my team. They got Agility, Shax, KSF. I don't think Bunny was on there anymore. Nope. Not Fate. McGravy and Space. You had Fact Fiction. You had Kareev, and you had Custa. No Kookie on here. I guess Kookie and Bunny were both gone. I don't entirely remember. NYXL, Nene. I'm going to have to spell out Sabiobi. Sabiobi. There we go. Nice. Sabiobi Libero. Pine was there. Never played. Sag. Mono. Meko. Jonak, Animo, and someone else. Flower. How do you spell flower? No, it's not going to be like that. There's like a 0 in it. Flower. Oh, wow, I got it. Sick. I didn't think I was going to be able to spell that. Let's go. We got to pick up the pace here. Paris Eternals soon. Very forgettable team here. Danye. They had Nico, GDH, Ben Best, Shadowburn, LH Cloudy. God, I kind of wish that Paris Eternal played more of his Rhine back in the day. Cloudy's Rhine is a ton of fun to watch, but Ben Best was their guy, I suppose, for like synergy. They had Finzi as well. Finzi. Support, you had Cruz. Loved watching Cruz back in the day. Very fun Lucio. Really vocal player. Love Cruz a lot. They had Gray, who there was like a mid-season pickup, who had a couple of moments in the spotlight. They also had, not Kib. What was his name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Oh, Hip. That's what it is. Got it. Fusion, Carpe, EQO. I remember they traded for Kib mid-season. They had Kib. EQO, I already named. Poco. Didn't have Fury yet. That was the next season. They had Sato, who people made fun of back then. Man, Sato had a brutal 2019. Not entirely his fault, but people were definitely roasting him hard for his Rhine back in the day, whether it's his fault or not. Boombox, Neptuno. Before I do the same thing as last video, let me put Snillo in there. And then they also had Elk as a two-way. Elk was the problem. Good meme. San Francisco Shock. Architect. You had Rascal. Sinatra, this crazy DPS tandem that they're rocking with. Striker. So unbelievably loaded. Like, how are you supposed to deal with that, man? Super was on there, as well as Choi Hyobin, like that. Yep. Smurf. Violet. Can't forget about our boy Moth. And they also had Nevix. I'm surprised I remembered Nevix. I think it's because I just really like him as a guy and as a player. He did help Choyobin out with the Sigma, I believe, which is nice of him. Dude that went on to win Finals MVP, so that's pretty sick. Soul. You got Fleta Fitz. Munchkin, I believe, retired, right? Yeah, no Munchkin. They had Illicit, though. I don't know how I remembered Illicit. Very unforgettable player. Marvel. It was Marv1. That's how he spells it. Michelle. They still had Zumba. I don't think they had Fissure anymore. Fissure had temporarily retired at that point. Ryu J. Hong. Toby. Jexay. Ooh, and who else was on Soul? Somebody else. I can't remember. RIP. I don't know if this one's obvious or not. I'm just drawing a huge blank right now. Oh well, gotta keep on schmoovin' here. Shanghai Dragons. Ding with his classic Pharah. Diem for the Widowmaker. They were such an epic duo back then. I think Youngjin was on the team still. His Doomfist was pretty sick when they played triple DPS. Oh, they got Gamsu, Gaguri. They signed Envy mid-season, who I thought might be good for them, but really didn't turn out to be much of anything. I'm glad Envy's not in the league anymore. Very toxic player. Coma, his classic Mercy, body blocking, just being really clutch. Can't forget about Luffy and his epic Ana during the Stage 3 playoff run. This Shanghai team is so special. Words. It's so special to me. This is like my favorite Shanghai team, more than Season 3 or 4. I don't know. Just watching them finally win was really special and making them, this underdog story. Pretty cool. Who else was on the Shanghai Dragons? I named Ding. They had Dia, right? Dia was like a two-way player, I believe. I don't think they had Fearless anymore, did they? No, Fearless was gone. Dia, Ding, Diem, Youngjin. Did they have Guardian? No, he was gone. Did I say Gamsu? I did say Gamsu. Yeah, I can't remember. I guess I'll have to go back to that as well. Oh, wait, no, I remember. They had Izayaki. They traded for him mid-season. That's right. Got it. Boom. What a good trade that ended up being for Shanghai. Man, seriously. That was a steal for them. I think the Valiant only got money in return. Major steal. Toronto Defiant. I said gods. Oh, they had Yak Ping. Pepe laugh. Sharix, how do you spell it? Nice. I think that's all the tanks they had. DPS, Ivy, I'm 37. Mangachu, however you say it. I think they had one other DPS, right? I said Ivy, I'm 37, Mangachu. They didn't have Stellar anymore. They did have Neko at support, as well as Aid and Roki. I feel like there's a DPS player I'm missing. Oh, Logix, right. I was so hyped when they got Logix, because I thought that he deserved a spot, you know, at the beginning of Season 2. But supposedly, from what the rumors say, he wanted a lot of money and people didn't want to pay him that, which is interesting. I mean, it's clear why now, but at the time, Logix was like the hard carry of Season 1 Florida. I was shocked when no one picked him up. I was kind of hoping the Valiant would when Soon said he was going to Paris and everything. Anyway, Vancouver Titans, Bumper Tizzy. Oh, that's not how you spell his name? Well, that's a problem. Unless he's not on here, but why wouldn't he be? Janu, Hoxel, Solman Sue, Stitch as well. I can't forget about Twilight or Slime, such a 6 support line. Repel's on there. It's got to be Teasy, but how do you spell it? Or is it like with a 1? Yikes. I do not remember. I don't remember how to spell his name at all. I guess we'll do Washington. Corey Stratus is like the iconic duo. Oh, Stratus. There you go. God, my spelling is so off right now. Corey Stratus. They had Guido, who's support though. Sleepy, Arc. Bozix. How did I remember that? They had Hyanu as well, right? Like these unforgettable support players. I don't know how I remembered these guys. They had Sansam, Janice, and they also signed Elivo and, what's his face? Lolsish, who never actually got to play in the Overwatch League. Lolsish. Poor guy, visa issues. Both of them actually didn't make it in time for Season 2. So we still are missing 9 players, which is kind of insane. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this, but I feel like there's some guys that I'm forgetting. I mean, I can't spell TZ. I don't know why. I thought it was T-I-Z-I. It's not T-I-S-I, is it? Yeah, no, I really cannot remember how to spell his name at all. Houston Outlaws, though. How am I missing someone on the Houston Outlaws? I feel like I nailed support, right? And then I should have tank down because it's Muma Kulmat Spray. So there's got to be a DPS that... Oh, wait! I remember! They still had Arhan. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I forgot they still had him. I remember him playing against Vancouver. He was like playing Torb or something, right? Man. Memories. Chengdu. I'm still missing someone on Chengdu. I know I nailed the tank line. It's probably a DPS. Or is it a support? Because I do only have Yveltal Keo. Oh, it's Gary! I forgot they had Gary. He actually played a few times. I think I just remember him because he had such an epic name. Gary. What a guy. Dallas Fuel. I said OG Note, Trill. That's pretty good. They traded their other off-tank. It was RCK. That was the only other off-tank they had at the time. That was a weird trade, by the way. Note for RCK. I'll probably make a video about that one day and how weird that trade was. DPS was Zachary Taimu, AKM. Maybe it was another... Oh, did they have Effect still? No, Effect was off the team. Yeah, that's what I thought. Effect was gone at that point. Support, I think there was only 3, right? There's got to be like a two-way player on Dallas, or not a two-way player, like someone weird that I'm just not remembering that never played. Florida. I really thought I nailed Florida. I can't believe that there's someone off here still. They didn't have Tavik anymore, right? They didn't have Apply either. I really don't know who that could be then. I got the tanks. And the DPS, they had BQB, DPI, and Saya. Yeah, I'm drawing a massive blank on that one. Because I think Hago was the starting flex support at the start of the year. I said Rain Chris. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. I think I'm just about done. I mean, I should be able to have TZ, but I can't spell his name right. Don't know how you spell it. Soul Dynasty. Do I have any guesses for them before I hang it up here? Leto, Illicit Fitz, Jehung, Jexe. Oh, they had, oh, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. It was a flex support. Oh, no. Not creative. It was somebody else. Oh, no. I can't remember his name. I know he played flex support. Highly. Yes, I got it. Let's go. Okay, not bad. There's someone I'm missing on London Spitfire still. That's very bizarre. Oh, well. We're done, I guess. That's it for me. We had 194 to 200. Not too shabby. Let's see who I missed. Okay. I missed Funny Astro. I missed Mickey. Oh, no. I missed Mickey. How could I do that? It's because he never played. That's my problem. That's what it was. He played that like one time, and it was like a meme game, remember? Like, it was like a 3-hour game or something because of technical difficulties. Yeah, so Funny Astro, I don't think I would have gotten that. I forgot he was a two-way on Atlanta at the time along with Gator. Karayan, yeah, I forgot he was on Season 2 Florida, to be honest. I remember him more for Season 3 Florida. Crystal, see, I remember him playing for the Sparks, but I think I just like completely took him out of my mind after the nonsense that happened during Season 2 and all of the drama. Oh, well. Okay, so that's how you spelt Quartermain. It's Quatermain, even though you say Quartermain. I missed Hureg on Vancouver. Wow. I remember in Stage 4 at the beginning, people were hyped. He was like popping off in scrims. His Widow was looking good. I always forget about Hureg. He's such a meh player to me. I was never a huge fan. So it wasn't TZ that. Why isn't TZ on here? Oh, it's because they picked him up during the playoffs, and this was updated in July. That's what it is. That's why I was thrown off. I never would have gotten Hureg anyway, though. Oh, well. Not too bad, though, huh? 97%. I will take that every day of the week. I'm a little upset at myself for missing Mickey. That's like the one that I can't really live with. These other ones, it's like meh. Forgot the spelling, unforgettable player, unforgettable, or pretty forgettable players. Astro didn't play really back then. But yeah. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description if you want to play for yourself. Let me know how you think I did and if I missed any obvious ones. Like, aside from Mickey, again, I feel like I did good, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want another quiz video like this, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments below. There is a Season 3 and Season 4 variant of these, I believe, so I'll definitely check those out if you guys are interested. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace.